The day Earth was supposed to kneel, it didn't. It was 3:17 p.m. Eastern Time when the sky changed. Not with fire, not with thunder, with silence. Across New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, Chicago, clouds parted in perfect circular formations. Not torn, not shattered, moved, as if something enormous had requested space. And space obeyed. Within seconds, objects appeared above major population centers. Vast, metallic, smooth like liquid chrome shaped into impossible geometry. No seams, no weapons visible, just presence. Stock markets froze. News stations cut programming. The Pentagon locked down. And then every screen on Earth activated. Phones, TVs, smart refrigerators, billboards, military command displays. She appeared, tall, composed, otherworldly. Her skin shimmered silver under ambient light, not reflective like steel, but luminous, like moonlight woven into flesh. Violet eyes glowed faintly, calculating without appearing cruel. Her voice was calm, measured, unavoidable. I am Sovereign Aaron Vareth of the Dominion Ascendancy. The translation arrived directly in minds, layered over her speech. You will surrender planetary authority peacefully. Resistance is inefficient. Compliance ensures survival. No screaming, no threats, just certainty. You will retain culture, industry, biological autonomy, under Dominion supervision. That word, supervision, felt heavier than invasion. Across America, reactions were immediate. Some prayed, some armed themselves, some started live streams. The president convened emergency council. Military commanders prepared nuclear contingencies. Scientists scanned for weaknesses. None found any. The ships weren't attacking. They were waiting, observing, studying. And then the sovereign made an unexpected request. Provide one civilian representative. Not a general, not a head of state. A human unconditioned by strategic training. The Pentagon hesitated. This was psychological warfare. But refusal could trigger annihilation. A name was selected randomly from Federal Registry. Ethan Cole, 32, structural engineer, former Army National Guard. No political profile, no criminal record. He was at a construction site outside Denver when armed vehicles arrived. He thought it was a mistake. It wasn't. Within 2 hours, he stood alone on an open runway beneath a hovering Dominion vessel. Wind blasted around him. The air felt charged. The vessel opened. She descended. No armor, no escort, no visible weapon. Just gravity bending subtly around her form. Ethan squinted upward. "So you're the boss?" he asked. "Yes." Her eyes scanned him instantly. Elevated pulse. Steady breathing. No panic response. "Curious. You do not display submission reflex," she observed. Ethan shrugged slightly. "Didn't bring mine." Behind him, fighter jets circled at distance. Snipers tracked her movements. None of it mattered. She stepped closer. "You understand the outcome of defiance?" "Probably bad," Ethan said, still thinking about it. For the first time since her fleet entered orbit, something shifted behind her eyes. Interest, not fear, not anger. Interest. Most species collapsed emotionally before physical engagement. Humans joked. She extended a subtle neural pressure field. Not enough to harm. Enough to influence. "Kneel." Ethan felt it instantly. A weight pressing gently behind his eyes. Warm. Persuasive. His knees trembled, then steadied. He exhaled slowly. "That's supposed to make me bow?" he asked quietly. "Yes." Not a fan. The runway vibrated faintly as her field intensified reflexively. Military electronics flickered. Satellites detected energy spikes. Ethan took one deliberate step forward instead. Now, they stood less than 3 feet apart. "You're not used to pushback," he said. Her pupils narrowed. No, for 600 years, her presence alone commanded obedience across galaxies. Yet this single human male stood upright, heart racing, not from terror, from proximity. She detected hormonal spikes inconsistent with fear. "You are physiologically stimulated," she stated. Ethan smirked faintly. "Yeah, Giant alien queen in my personal space will do that. A faint shift at the corner of her lips. Almost a smile. Almost. Behind them, global news anchors whispered, "Is he insane?" But Ethan wasn't insane. He was choosing, and that was new to her. "You will kneel," she repeated. Ethan met her glowing gaze. "How about we start with a handshake?" Silence. Across orbit, Dominion commanders recalculated probabilities. Across Earth, 8 billion humans held their breath. The queen who demanded submission stared at the man who offered equality. And for the first time in her reign, she hesitated. She could have crushed him. Biologically, technologically, strategically, he was insignificant. Yet he stood there like gravity didn't apply. "You propose parity?" she asked. "Yeah," Ethan replied. "We usually start relationships without the kneeling part. Relationship implies mutual influence." "Exactly." Her neural field pulsed again, stronger this time, not aggressive. Testing. Ethan's vision blurred momentarily. His body wanted to comply. It would be easier, safer. Just bend the knee, let the species survive. But something deeper held him upright. Humanity's history was filled with empires demanding submission. This felt familiar, and Americans especially didn't respond well to that. He steadied himself. "You want obedience," he said. "I require order. You might get cooperation instead." The distinction intrigued her. Dominion society was built on hierarchy, efficiency, precision, predictability. Humans were none of those things. She scanned global data feeds in microseconds. Protests already forming. Memes mocking her speech. Hashtags trending. Hashtag not kneeling. Hashtag handshake first. Her lips curved slightly. Chaotic species, but resilient. "You are not your leaders," she observed. "Nope. You are not unified." Also nope. "Yet you resist collectively." "Yeah, that's kind of our thing." She stepped closer, close enough that he could feel faint warmth radiating from her skin. Her hand rose, hovering inches from his chest. He didn't step back. "If I command your neural pathways," she said softly, "you will kneel, probably. Yet you invite physical contact voluntarily. Difference between force and choice." That word landed. Choice. Dominion subjects did not choose. They aligned. She studied his face. Micro-expressions. Defiance. Curiosity. And something else. He wasn't looking at her like an enemy or a god. He was looking at her like a person. "You do not fear annihilation?" she asked. "Oh, I do," Ethan said. "I just don't think you actually want to do it." "Explain." "You came down alone." Silence. He continued. "No warships firing. No ultimatums with countdown timers. You want something. I want stability. You want connection." The word hit harder than any weapon. Across orbit, Dominion analysts flagged anomaly spikes in sovereign biometrics. Her pulse altered, imperceptibly. To most, not to her. "Connection is inefficient," she said. "Then why are you still talking to me?" A long pause. Wind whipping around them. Jets roaring overhead. World watching. Her hand lowered slowly. Then she extended it. Palm open. Not as command. As offer. Gasps erupted in control rooms worldwide. Ethan stared at her hand. Silver. Luminous. Powerful. He stepped forward. Placed his human hand in hers. Contact. Her neural network surged. Not with domination. With unfamiliar feedback. Warmth. Texture. Pulse. Unfiltered. Direct. Human emotion spiked through contact. Curiosity. Defiance. Hope. It overwhelmed Dominion's sensory baselines. She inhaled sharply. For the first time, she felt unstable. "You experience emotional transfer through touch," she whispered. "Yeah, it is intense. Welcome to humanity." Across orbit, Dominion weapon arrays powered down automatically in response to sovereign neurosignals. Earth's satellites confirmed it. The queen who demanded submission had accepted a handshake, and something shifted in galactic power structures forever. Within 48 hours, Dominion ships repositioned from combat formation to observational orbit. No strikes, no bombardments. Global markets cautiously reopened. Joint communication channels were established. Aaron Veyreth remained on Earth. Officially, diplomatic evaluation. Unofficially, fascination. She requested cultural immersion. Specifically, with Ethan, government advisors protested. Security demanded oversight. She agreed to monitoring, but not distance. She wanted proximity. They walked through Denver under heavy guard. Humans stared. Some cheered. Some shouted. "You are unpredictable," she observed. "Freedom does that." She studied street musicians, food trucks, children playing, couples arguing, then laughing. "You bond despite conflict," she said, especially because of it. Her society eliminated emotional volatility centuries ago. Humans embraced it. One evening, beneath open Colorado sky, she asked, "Why did you not kneel?" Ethan considered, "Because if we start on our knees, we stay there. And if annihilation followed, then we'd go down standing." She processed that. Dominion doctrine prioritized survival above dignity. Humans inverted it. She stepped closer under starlight. "No species has resisted my influence so directly. Maybe you needed someone to..." Silence. Then softer. "You destabilize my certainty." "Good." "Why?" "Because certainty without connection becomes control." Her fingers brushes again. Intentional this time. No field. No coercion. Just contact. The emotional surge was smoother now. Less overwhelming. More balanced. Dominion observers flagged permanent doctrinal anomaly. The sovereign was adapting. For a human, and she was not weakening. She was evolving. 1 week later, Aaron addressed both Dominion and Earth simultaneously. "I arrived seeking submission. I encountered resilience. Global silence. Humanity does not require domination to achieve order." Ethan stood beside her, not kneeling, not behind, beside. "I propose alliance, mutual sovereignty, cooperative exchange." Dominion High Council protested across quantum channels. She overrode them. "For centuries, we enforced compliance. Today, we experiment with trust." Trust, a word absent from Dominion lexicon. Earth erupted in reaction. Cheers, debates, suspicion, but hope. Aaron turned slightly toward Ethan. "You altered the trajectory of an empire." He smiled. "You just needed someone stubborn. And someone who offered a hand." She looked at their joined fingers briefly, then back at billions watching. "Submission was never strength," she concluded. "Choices." The fleet entered non-combat orbit permanently. Trade began. Technology exchange flourished. And across the galaxy, a new precedent formed. The alien queen demanded submission. A human offered his hand instead, and the universe changed. HFY, not because humans overpower empires, but because they refuse to surrender what makes them human.